Anyone who's recently worked or studied remotely has heard about the importance to set up a routine and set daily goals. If we don't, at the end of the day, we may be left wondering, where did the day go? It is important to have goals and set routines to bring about purpose and urgency when our default position is to relax or procrastinate. In 2002, a Christian Leadership Institute I'm associated with asked me to develop a course on biblical goal setting. Initially, I hesitated to say yes, as I doubted that goal setting was a valid activity for Christians to engage in. A month later, I accepted the invite. Here is why. The Bible presents two concepts of man. The first one we find in Genesis 1:27 that says, "So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them." The second concept is that man by nature is depraved or wicked. This can be found spread across the pages of the Bible and in our daily news stories. Let me mention a few of our wicked ways listed in Mark 7:21-22. They include evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, coveting, deceit, envy, slander, pride, and the list goes on. We all are more familiar with this concept, which is man being depraved and wicked, than the one about man being made in the image of God. Having the image or likeness of God in its simplest terms means that we are made to resemble God. It refers to the immaterial part of humanity that sets us apart from the animal world. It includes an intellectual, moral, social likeness to God. Let me explain. Intellectually, our likeness is that we are rational beings with a free will to make our choices. We were originally created righteous, innocent, socially reflecting God and His holiness. Our conscience or moral compass is a remnant of our original state of being sinless creatures. That's the spiritual side. Whenever someone recoils from evil, praises good behavior, or feels guilty or shame, he or she is confirming the fact that we are made in God's own image. Socially, we were created for fellowship. Every time someone marries, makes a friend, hugs a little child, attends church, he or she demonstrates the fact that we are made in the likeness of God. Today, we still bear that image, but this image also bears the scars of sin. The effect of sin is clearly seen in our suboptimal intellectual, moral, social, and physical actions and behavior. Both these concepts of man are valid. But what does all of this have to do with goal setting, you may ask me? Let me submit that of the two concepts of man, it takes no effort at all to live the depraved, wicked concept. That's our default position, and we comfortably wallow in our sinfulness, just as buffaloes wallow in their own sludge. But to live up to the made in God's image concept, that requires special effort on our part. This is where I believe goal setting can help us, everyone, and especially Christians. One of my favorite verses in the Bible is Luke 2:52. In this verse, Luke describes how Jesus developed from a boy to a man. And Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. There are 4 areas in which Jesus grew. Jesus, who is God. So as a person made in God's image, I also want to grow in those 4 areas that Jesus grew. He grew in stature, that is physically. He grew in wisdom, intellectually. He grew in favor of God, spiritually. And he grew in favor of man, socially. If we set goals and achieve them in these 4 areas of our lives, we will experience a well-rounded life. We will also move out of our default, comfortable zone. So let's all grow as Jesus did. Wholesome, balance in all 4 areas of our lives, and thereby reflect God's image in which we were all first created. So let's get started. Click the link below this video and download a simple, fillable goal planning document. And as we live out our goals, may we reflect Christ's image more and more in our lives. God bless you.